Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake, this channel is called Jake of All Trades, and today I'm going to be going over the Crusade by LoveBites, and I'm going to be doing the music video and live versions, 21 in Tokyo, so I could do a little bit of a compare and contrast today, and as I've been starting to do a lot more recently. Earlier on, there was 3 songs that were tied for first place with LoveBites, and we had Frozen Serenade, Shadowmaker, and the Crusade. And so I put up a poll, and Frozen Serenade went out, second place was Shadowmaker, so now I get to do the Crusade. And according to the poll, there were, I think, 4 votes, or just 10% out of the 3 options voted for this one. But also the people that voted for this one are Andy Helms, Chad the Dragon Lord, and the one laying down the law with this one, is Heavy Metal is the Law, with 4 votes on this. So I'm excited to get into it. I mean, LoveBites always has something great in store. They're super thrashy, got great guitar solos and great Asami soars and all that sort of stuff. So I'm excited to see what they got in store for this one. And without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here we go, starting with the music video. Like the drum intro there. It's almost like I'm watching the live version anyway. Or not so much. Nice having those studio shots. Get some little insight to how they do this. Got a key change. That's like an abbreviated, aggressive Asami soar there. Kind of see them actually writing it too. Little zoom. Oh, okay. Someone mentioned something about those star symbols. Yes. That's a really unique riff. Nice handoff. So demo stuff going on. The guitar solo is almost like back in the mix quite a bit there. Still going hard on the taps. Oh, all right. Nice little extra boom at the end. Sweet. That is the end. That is the end. Okay, the Crusade live in Tokyo 2021. Here we go. Oh, got my eye there. I like the guitar mix better in this. Not that much difference. Oh. You can hear those taps a lot better. So good. How can you not be impressed with them? That tapping is just so good. It's so clean. Yes. Just love that high note there. That's so good. I like the little spotlight flash there too. Those high notes that Asami does just take my breath away. Oh man. I'm exhausted just listening to that. Holy cow. Oh man. LoveBites never disappoints, and certainly with the Crusade here, that the feel of the song was very epic, and so it just felt like you're on a crusade in a way. So that was sweet. That's one of the things about LoveBites is like between the studio version and the live versions, they're just so they just take them straight from the studio, almost straight to the live version, and there's not a lot to really dissect that's, you know, different between the two versions. That's kind of like one of the things that's really amazing about them, because there's some bands that just they put a lot into the studio, and then like when it comes to the live performance, there's a lot of differences because, you know, you can't take everything from the studio to the live, but they do it really well. So one of the things though that one of the few differences that they did have was obviously in the studio they had the rhythm guitar continuing to chug along even when both Miyako and Midori were doing their harmonies, and so, you know, the bass was a lot more prominent in the live version as a result. So and I think I've mentioned in previous reactions before that I like having that heavy rhythm guitar going on in the background as well. It just kind of like fleshes out the mix a lot more to me. But on the other hand, in the live version, one of the things I liked about the live version more than the studio version was that the guitars were a lot more prominent. Like there were some parts of the solo and the harmonies and stuff where it just felt like they got buried a little bit in the studio version. So it's like they felt a lot more forward in the studio, or not the studio, the live version, and it's like, oh, I can hear that a lot more clearly. And so I was smiling a lot more listening to like Miyako doing all of her taps because it stood out a lot more, and it's like it just gave me the opportunity to be impressed with what she was doing a lot more than in the studio. Even though I was still impressed with what she did in the studio, it was more front and center, and so I like that. Also, another thing I enjoyed about the track in general, I really should like trademark that Asami Sora thing, because she did it again in this track. Like, she does it in practically every single track. But one of the things that she almost did a bit differently with it was that it wasn't like a long soaring thing when she went into that high note or those high notes. She actually did it more briefly and a little bit more aggressively. I heard some grit in there, so that was really sweet too. Like a little bit of an alteration of the Asami Sora there was pretty neat. The way that Haruna came in with the drums to start off the track, just pounding her right from the get-go. Really good way to start it. Miho's bass too. Just there are several shots, close-ups of her, like just kind of going, like doing these runs that were just really, really cool, and a little less noticeable in the studio version. But like when she was more holding down the fort of the rhythm there in the live version, it's just like you got to hear a little bit more of the intricacies of what she was doing on the bass. It just, everything was so masterfully done. Everyone was on display at one point or another, doing something crazy, showing off their talent. It's just great stuff. I love it. You know, in some ways, I'm surprised that you guys put this one at the lowest out of the three. It was kind of like a little, I mean, then again, to be fair, it's like all three of them were all really good. So it's, how do you choose? I guess in some ways I see why a Frozen Serenade won out, because there is a little bit more diversity in the track. In a Frozen Serenade, you had this like calm portion with like some acoustics and like the ballet and piano and stuff. So that, I guess that differentiated it from the other two, Shadowmaker and the Crusade. So whereas the Crusade and Shadow Maker were like just thrash almost all the way through. So I could see why you guys kind of put that one ahead of the other two, but even still, the Crusade is a great track. Thank you for continuing to stay on me with these. I appreciate it. Continue to vote in the comments below, letting me know which ones you'd like to see from me next. Because the more you vote, the more votes that any particular one gets. And even if you vote for multiple times for a particular one, that'll push that up further and allow me to get to that one sooner. So if there's one that you really like, please let me know. I appreciate the comments and seeing the different insights that you guys leave in the comments as well. So that is it for this video. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. And in addition to any other votes for LoveBites songs, leave a vote for whatever other band you'd like to see me check out and the track you'd like me to check out from them. Also, if you'd like me to do a guitar cover or vocal cover, leave that in the comments as well, and I'll give a shout out when I do those videos. And thank you to BM for Life supporting me on Patreon. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Enjoy your day and rock on.